Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Voice of a Niner Faithful. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be discussing the latest developments from the 49ers organized team activities, OTAs. We just wrapped up week 2, and although the players weren't in pads, there are still some standout performances and some key takeaways worth talking about. I would like to also thank everyone who's already subscribed to my channel. I'm up to 28 subscribers. I only need 22 more now, so I can get that 50 subscriber mark, so I can start doing some live stuff on YouTube. So thank you very much. Now this that might not seem like a lot. I also hit. I just looked before I started this. It was up to 65 views for my last episode. Awesome for me. Again, this might not seem like that many to a lot of people, but to me, it's awesome. It's I really do appreciate everyone who watches and who subscribed. If you haven't done so, please do and make some comments. Comments are awesome. That way, I can get to know what you guys want to see, what you don't like, what you do like. There's a particular subject that you want to have me talk about in an upcoming episode, let me know. So, with all that said, let's see what happened here in the week 2 of the OTAs. So, got some good stuff going on. Linebacker Flanagan Fowles with Fred Warner, he's sitting out for OTAs. So Fowles stepped up at starting middle linebacker. He made significant impact intercepting a pass from Brock Purdy. Sorry, Brock. Intended for Jacob Cowing. He has been with the 49ers since 2019, and his development under the defensive coordinators Robert Saleh and D'Amico Ryans is clearly evident. He's solidifying his position as the third best linebacker on the team after Warner and Greenlaw, which that's awesome. Can never have too many great any great linebackers. I wanted to say cornerback because my next thing I'm talking about is quarterback. Darrell Luter Jr. He made a good impression by intercepting a poorly thrown pass from Brandon Allen. Luter has been consistent, not giving up any big catches, and his stock is certainly rising as he continues to make plays. Can never, I like linebacker, can never have too many good cornerbacks. All right, rookie wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. Despite wearing a non-contact jersey due to a slight injury, participating in team drills and caught 2 passes, he seems to be a promising number 3 receiver, taking advantage of defenses focused on the primary threats. Another wide receiver, Jacob Cowing. He's another wide receiver who stood out, playing significant snaps with the starters and made a contested catch 20 yards downfield. He's fearless, reliable, and he seems to have Brock Purdy's trust, so he wouldn't be getting those passes to him if he didn't. Next is wide receiver. We're going a nice wide receiver line here. Wide receiver Juwan Jennings. I'll talk about his extension later on, but he returned to OTAs once his contract was extended. He didn't participate in team drills, but he was there. That's a good thing. This extension makes his role in the team even more intriguing, especially given the 49ers' decision to draft a wide receiver in the first round. Debo. Can't talk about this without Debo, can we? He participated in team drills for the second week in a row. Awesome. Unlike most team captains. Team captains don't tend to do that during. This isn't OTAs aren't mandatory. But so with Debo there, it's very significant. This could indicate he's motivated to prove his worth and prepare for a potential trade after June 1st, which I don't think is going to happen. He's not getting traded. Wide receiver Tay Martin. Tay Martin was the only wide receiver to beat Deommodore Lenoir during the team drills, which is awesome for him. And yeah, hey, D'Lo, sorry, So you can't be perfect, but you're close. Showcasing Martin, his quickness and competitive spirit. He's vying for that number 6 receiver spot, competing with Ronnie Bell and Danny Gray. That should be an interesting fight there. Ronnie Bell, Danny Gray, and Tay Martin. It, I would love for Danny Gray to pull something out of this, but we'll see. Cornerback again, Renardo Green. He played well at nickel for the second team defense, bringing up a pass intended for Bell. Green is showing potential as the third best cornerback on the team. And again, you can never have too many good cornerbacks. Running back, Jordan Mason, JP. Impressed by making 3 difficult catches during team drills, outperforming Elijah Mitchell, who struggled with his catching ability. Mason is proving to be more versatile and reliable option. I'm a big fan of Jordan Mason. I like Elijah Mitchell, but with his injuries and he's just missed too much time. I honestly think if we're going to trade somebody, it would be Mitchell. Don't get me wrong, I like him. It'd be great if he could stay on the team, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not seeing it. Quarterback Josh Dobbs. Again, he did good. Completed a 30-yard pass to Juszczyk, though it was underthrown. Nonetheless, it was completion, highlighting a slight improvement over past performance issues seen with other quarterbacks. I'm really not sold on Josh Dobbs yet. Just from past experience, from what I've seen with his other teams that he's been on. I mean, he shows flashes here and there, but yeah, he's going to be just a backup, and who knows if he's even going to be, number 2. He could end up being number 3. All right, so now there were a couple of not the greatest things to happen. Brock, he had a kind of a mixed day. While he's generally accurate and decisive, he struggled with the deep passes, just like last week. Near the sideline and forced a pass over the middle that led to an interception by Flanagan Fowles. Improving these areas, that he has to get better at those deep passes towards sidelines. His bread and butter is in the middle. We all know that, but he needs to practice and get better at those sideline passes. You guys all remember that one pass? I think I want to say it was either against Green Bay or the Lions. I can't remember. He threw it to Juszczyk right on the edge there, and when Juszczyk did the whole toe, he was just on his toes. But that wasn't a deep pass. He needs to get better at the deeper passes. Now, Nick Bosa was also at practice, but he didn't participate. Making last week's praise for him maybe a little premature. Yeah, it's great that he's there. It's important for key players like Bosa to set an example. But since he wasn't participating, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm here, but eh. But I know Nick Bosa really doesn't need a lot of practice because what he does on his own in the offseason. But it would still be great for that example setting if he was participating. Cornerback Yidam. He had a tough time, giving receivers way too much cushion, getting torched repeatedly. His performance raises concerns about his reliability. I really hope that we can get that practiced out of him. Stop giving that cushion, and I'm sure it'll work out, but who knows? Another cornerback, Ambry Thomas, didn't fare a whole lot better, allowing an easy 10-yard catch to Trent Taylor. His future with the team, if he keeps underperforming here, I don't know if he's going to even make the team. Maybe he'll get traded or something, but he needs to pick it up if he wants to stay on the team. It's just that simple. Sam Womack, another cornerback. He struggled in coverage, giving up a 15-yard catch and committing a pass interference penalty. Um, 49ers depth at cornerback appears shaky, which is why I kept saying earlier that yes, it's good to have good cornerbacks because this is why all Yidam, Thomas, and Womack, if they don't pick it up, they don't have a job. It's just that simple. Mitchell, running back, Elijah Mitchell, again, dropped a pass that was slightly overthrown but catchable. His struggles as a receiver are becoming more apparent, and that's kind of like the bread and butter of the Niners. They like to have their running backs be able to catch the ball too. So unless he starts pulling something out of his butt next couple weeks into the preseason and mandatory mini camp, he has to pick it up if he wants to stay. Another running back, Isaac Guerrero. I'm sorry, Guerrero. He had a rough run too. He slipping at the line of scrimmage. His indecisiveness and inconsistency are problematic. Yes, I'm reading off of my notes here, so making him a project player at best. But he is a rookie, so let's hope that he can learn. Maybe he'll sit, and do some special team stuff his first year, and we'll go from there. I think we can talk about Jennings a little bit now. Jennings got his contract extension. Major highlight of his contract extension is it's through 2025. Deal's worth guaranteed 10.5 mil with a max value of 15.4 mil. He's been an awesome slot receiver, no question. What are his nicknames? Either Third and Juwan, or I'd like to say First and Juwan, because every time he seems to catch the ball, he gets first down. So he's staying. He's there. He's on the team. He's solidified. It shows all his hard work. It's awesome for him. I'm really happy the team kept him. Last season, he posted 19 catches for 265 yards and a touchdown. It doesn't sound big, but it's those crucial catches for those first downs. That's what he's there for. And he does an outstanding job at doing that. His performance in the Super Bowl, where he was involved in both the San Francisco touchdowns, underscores his value. I mean, it's just awesome. Now, implications in the wide receiver room because of that extension kind of raises some questions about the other receivers, particularly Ayuk and Samuel. While Ayuk is seeking a long-term deal, Jennings' extension doesn't necessarily affect his status, especially with the whole June 1st. We got money back for the whole Eric Armstead thing, so we're better set on the salary cap. Now, the real question is whether 49ers can afford to keep both Samuel and Ayuk on high salaries. Drafting Pearsall and Jennings' extension might indicate that the 49ers are preparing for a potential change in the wide receiver lineup in the near future. Now, near future doesn't necessarily mean this season. It could mean for next season. Who knows? I guess it would all depend on how well Pearsall does. So, in conclusion, overall, week 2 of the OTAs has provided valuable insight to the 49ers' current roster and their potential future moves. While some players have shown promise, others have still have much to prove, especially those 3 cornerbacks I mentioned earlier. As we move closer to the regular season, speaking of the regular season, by the way, 69 days as of June 2nd, which is when I'm recording this, 69 days to the first game of preseason. I count those preseason games because any 49er football is great football. But anyway, as we move closer to the regular season, it will be crucial to keep an eye on these developments and see how the team shapes up. I want to say thanks for everyone listening, watching, and I'm looking forward to discussing more 49ers updates with all of you soon. Please subscribe, like, and comment. I want to hear those comments. I want to hear what you want me to talk about more. Do you want me to try to dig more into individual players, or is something like I've done today sufficient, or is there a particular group of players you want me to talk about more in a particular episode, or whatever you want to hear about the 49ers, and you want me to try to talk about it, let me know. If you think of something that I'm doing great, let me know as well. That way I can do more of it. If you have any ideas about the surroundings up there, my wonderful logo, um, I'm looking to make some improvements on that. So if you have any ideas, you want to shoot me like I don't know, an overhaul of that logo, I'd be more than happy. It'd be great. That's just my own quick design when I first came up with doing this, and the whole surrounding 49er background kind of thing I got going on now. If you watch my early episodes, I didn't have that. So I'm learning as I go. So the more input I can get, the better I'm going to get, and the better we're all going to have, better time we're all going to have. So until next week, and like I said, you all have a great night. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. I mentioned this in one of my Facebook fan groups, um, and they've already heard it, but I'm going to tell everyone else. Um, this next week, I'm going to Alabama to visit my father, and from Tuesday to Friday. So maybe I'll show a couple clips. And maybe I'll bump into some 49er fans down there. I'll do a couple recordings using my phone and get those out here. If there's anybody out there in Alabama, I'll be in Oxford. Uh, Shoot me a message. Maybe we can hook up and do a quick interview or something. So, all right. Talk to you later. Have a good week. Go Niners.